Welcome back to the Citystead, everyone. Check out the hives over there, or hive. It is doing phenomenal. I've had a lot of worry because of the cold and the rain that it wasn't gonna, be very thriving. But let me zoom in. Zoom in. So as you can see, they are really doing awesome. I love it. Makes me so happy to see them super busy, super happy. And I'm just imagining all that sweet, sweet honey I'm gonna have. Alright, so today I'm after some maximizing of space. So as you guys know, we started this garlic farm that we're trying to get going. And garlic is taking up a lot of space out in the garden. So I've been doing a lot of research, I've been doing a lot of reading, trying to figure out if there's anything I can do with some of the space I see on the surface that's not covered with garlic. So you can see here, there's like openings in between plants. There's all sorts of space in there, and I want to try to utilize that the best that I can, along with that bed there. So watermelon radish in the holes of this one. That one is a Titan purple radish in the holes of that one. Now we're gonna go work on those bigger beds back there, and I'm gonna show you some of the awesome, exciting stuff I'm gonna plant inside of those to try to maximize all of our growing space. That we have. Hey, you gonna help plant? Mark some markers?
Yes.
Ooh. All right, what do you want to do, plant or mark markers? Markers.
Why can't I do both?
Okay, both. All right, to the greenhouse. Alright, so while she's making up tags, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to plant out in the bigger beds, the 8-foot by 4-foot beds. Alright, so we have these two 8-foot by 4-foot beds back here full of garlic. This one has a few open spots from stuff that just didn't survive. This one is actually pretty packed out well, and it gets the most sun. So a few of the things we're going to plant in these garlic boxes right here that can kind of grow with garlic is going to be eggplant, peppers, what else we got here? Beans and some kale. Those are really good companion plants for garlic. And then I'm going to grow some bush beans in there because I'm going to try to use them to replenish some of the nitrogen in my soil, and we're going to see how that works. That's kind of an experiment. I didn't really see too much information about how beans would interact with garlic, so we won't do too many of them, but I want to try it just to see if we can, help build that soil while these garlics are sucking all those good nutrients out of it. Ready to plant?
Yeah.
Alright, so the end of this bed, I actually ran out of garlic and we didn't plant anything in this little end here. So what I did was I stuck a couple of zucchini plants in here. What I'm thinking is that by the time they're super big and, really flourished out, that the garlic will be out of here. And so we'll have a little more room going back, and then they can just kind of hang over the front side here as they get bigger. Ensley's going to plant some kale because we are underneath that tree, which this plan was sort of what I was thinking when I really originally was doing this bed, was that I was going to put the garlic in here and it was going to grow to the height it needs to be, green out, before this tree leafed out all the way and shaded it completely out. So that worked out pretty good. I think putting a cool weather crop under here, like spinach or kale, like we're doing right now, is really going to benefit because that tree, given all that shade, it's not going to get super hot. Hopefully it will not bolt on us, and I'm planting it all from seed because what I want to do is allow it to kind of get big as we're getting close to pulling the garlic out. That way we're not crowding over too much, because I've never done this before, so I don't know how well any of this is going to work, but Daddy, that's my ideals and plan behind it.
I hope you don't mind a whole bunch of kale growing right here.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll have a big old kale patch right there. So as far as planting for these beds go, this one fairly easy to plant in because when we made it, it's just a combination of topsoil, a little bit of potting mix, and leaves from around the yard. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. It's a really nice, rich, loose soil. Really good for that garlic. This bed We kind of did a hugelkultur style, and I would say this one didn't work out as good as some of the other hugelkultur beds we did. We've had a lot of little cave-ins, a lot of little spots I see dipping here and there, so I'm not really super excited to see what this garlic's going to look like coming out of here. I think this bed might have been a bust, but it's going to get better. We'll fill it in with more dirt before fall comes, before we try it again. We'll just backfill it with dirt as much as we can, try to fill in all those holes and give it another chance. But I'm not really looking forward to what it's going to do this year to this garlic, but it's also going to prevent a challenge when we go to try to plant this other stuff in there. But I think we'll find a few spots here and there. We're just going to do a few pepper plants, a few eggplants, and probably a couple more beans, because we really want to make sure that soil gets some of that nitrogen back into it, because garlic is a huge sucker of nitrogen. All right, you ready? Which one's you going to do? What we're going to do is just put, maybe like right there, right in the middle of those two, and then like on the end there, you see how there's an open space at the end? So put 3 peppers in there, 1, 2, 3, and then come back about to where my foot is right here and do 3 beans.
Okay.
And when you go to put it back on, it goes on, so you gotta push it down. Alright, so there we go. We planted quite a handful of beans. Like I said, eggplant, pepper, kale, spinach, all sorts of good stuff. They also say carrots are like a good companion plant with garlic, which is part of the reason I tried radish. I want something that's going to grow a little bit quicker for us. I can pop it out of the ground way sooner than the garlic. And I'm thinking because the garlic's as far down it is, the radish won't compete as much with it. You know, it's all just kind of me thinking. I don't know how well any of that's going to work. We will find out later. But I do know that if we are going to run an efficient garlic farm and grow a lot more garlic and keep expanding upon that, one of the key things for us also trying to grow a lot of our own food is going to be trying to integrate other plants inside of that garlic bed. So when garlic coming out, other things might be more mature. We got to be able to figure out how to put things back into it when the garlic comes out to just keep things rolling in there, things that we can harvest quickly. That's why I'm trying radishes, because I know we can get through those really quick. 30 days, we could pull them all out, maybe plant them again before we even pop any of that garlic out of the ground. And then maybe in the winter we can plant carrots in between some of these spaces, and maybe we'll be able to pull carrots out in the spring and garlic later on in the summer. So it's all kind of just trying to figure out what I can do with the space in between all the garlic plants to maximize what we can grow for ourselves and just what we can grow in general in those areas. You know, we are a smaller space, so we do have to really think about how high compact density we can get with most of what we grow. So that's it for today's video. I'm just showing you some of the things that I am going to plant in between my garlic. We can see how they do. So stay tuned for little updates on how everything's growing inside the garlic beds. But that's all I got for you for today. So remember to be bold and grow bold. And as always, we'll see you guys in the very next video.